Hi everyone, welcome back to Physio and Pilates. Today we're going to work on our wrists and our elbows. If you're an office worker and you suffer with repetitive strain injuries, these are perfect for you because today we're going to learn how to warm the arms up, get them stronger and also more flexible. So to begin with, can I get you just to sit down and take a deep breath in through your nose? And then breathe through out your mouth. And just relax the shoulders as you breathe out. I'm going to get you to bring your arms forward and we're going to make circles with the wrists, just to warm the wrists up. Now, when you're doing this, I don't want your necks tensing at all. But we're doing about 10 seconds one way, and then once we've done a few, then we're going to do the other way for about 10 seconds. But it's a nice way just to get the wrists nice and warmed up. So when you've just gotten to work, before you have your coffee, or even if your coffee's on the table, you can do this just to warm the muscles up. Perfect. Then we're going to put our fingers together, interlinking, elbows together if you can, and we're going to go small little circles. Now, I don't mind if the elbows aren't touching, as long as we're moving the wrists. This is a nice one, just warm up the wrist muscles and the joint itself. But of course, once you've gone one way, please do the other way. And again, we're doing about 10 seconds each way, because it doesn't take long just to get everything working again. Brilliant. Then, we're going to use a little bit of equipment today. So you don't have to if you don't have anything around you, but I'm going to just use some spiky balls. You can use a tennis ball or a water bottle or even freestyle. I don't mind if you're just using your own general weight. But you're going to grab onto the equipment you've got, and we're going to bring the chest, balls to the chest, elbows out. As the elbows are out, I don't want the elbows going too high or too low. They're about 80 degrees. You're going to open up so the balls are facing you and then towards the chest. We're doing this to help the elbows and also helps with the wrist flexors as well. So you're working your tendons here. So if you do suffer occasionally with tennis elbow or even golfer's elbow, this is a nice one for you to do as well. This is building up the muscles in the forearms. And like I said, sometimes some exercises are so easy you can do them anywhere. But we're just doing about 10 reps. We've got 3 more. Make sure you're breathing in and out. Last one. I want you to hold it out there for the last one. And this time I want the palms facing down. And we're going to go for small little circles. Now, if you do have an equipment here, it is quite handy because now you're working on your grip. And when you're typing or even on your phone, texting or even iPad, you're using a lot of your finger muscles and you can overuse them just because of the way the degrees are of your device you're using. And then once we've done one way, we're going to do the other way now for another 10 seconds. And as you notice, I don't want the body to move at all. I want the body nice and strong. This is a good way just to get your forearm muscles working with your wrists. Perfect. Then we're going to come down, give your arms a nice little shake. Taking the balls if you've got them, lifting them up. This time the palms are going to face towards you. You're going to just bring them together, coming up in the air, and then bring them back to the chest, open up, closing. We're doing about 10 reps, but if you only got time for 3, do 3, as long as you're using these muscles. Now this is a great way for your shoulders to work as well, but you're working your wrists and your elbows at the same time. Perfect. This time we're going to leave the arms up. Remember, I want 10 reps of that from you, but this time the palms are facing you. Relax those shoulders, no shoulder tensing. You can have your left hand going down, lifting back up, right hand back down, lifting back up. We're aiming for about 10, so that'll be 5 on the left, 5 on the right, just to build the muscles in the forearms. And if you are using a water bottle, you should feel the muscles of the forearms and the wrists. But slow and controlled what we're doing. I don't want it fast. If you do it fast, you just look like you're dancing and you're using momentum. I want you using your muscle groups. Lovely, just one more on the left and then one more on the right. Brilliant. Dropping the arms, putting them to the side for now. And I want you just to shake your arms for me. Brilliant. We'll come back to sitting, but now we need to get our muscles working a bit more to get them a bit more stronger. So can I get you in your box position? So, box position to begin with will be hands underneath the shoulders, making sure the middle finger is nice and straight. So I want the middle finger nice and straight. If you bring them inwards, you're going to irritate your shoulder, so it has to always be nice and straight. We're going to make sure the knees are underneath the hips, you're relaxing your shoulders, and your head stays where it's supposed to. We're going to do a push-up on the box position. So, elbows will go at a 45-degree angle, and you've got to make sure your chin is tucked in. Make sure with your head that the chin doesn't go up, because it makes your neck muscles tense up. But I want you to do about 10 reps. If you find this is too easy for you, then start on your knees. So your hands will be next to your chest, chin tucked in, take deep breath in, prepare, and you're just going to lift yourself up, engaging your core, and then bring it back down. Remember, if your hands are too far up, you're going to irritate your neck and shoulders. So you've got to keep your hands next to your chest. When you're doing this, you're strengthening the wrists and the elbows really well. At the same time, working your core. Now, remember that with the box position, I said 10 reps. With the knee position, again, 10 reps as well. Do what you can, nice and controlled. But let's just do one more. Whichever level you've chosen. Perfect. Now go back to your box position. I want you now, so we're going to do a stretch. So it might feel a little bit strange to begin with, but in your box position, I want you to put your palm down, and you can sit first to do this, and I want you to put gently your wrist down, and then you're going to use your body weight to use a bit of pressure onto it. Now, you can guide how far you want to go, because we don't want to irritate anything, but it does a nice stretch on the wrist. People forget, but it's nice to put a little bit of body weight onto it as well, just for an extra stretch. But we're just holding this for about 30 seconds, nice and controlled. Remember, if you want to sit down and do it and come a bit closer, you can do that as well. There's no problem. Once you've done about 30 seconds, I want you to go back to your fingers, make your little circle again. Just get the blood circulating. So that was just one way of stretching your wrist flexors. Now, can I have your wrists, palms down, just like that, just so it stretches the muscles of the forearms, and you put your own weight on it, just to feel. Now, I don't mind you starting off a bit more gentle, so I don't mind if the wrists aren't fully touching at first, but once you feel comfortable, then I want you just to lean a tiny bit backwards, just for a good stretch. Now, this is just one way you can stretch your wrists. Another way you can do in sitting. So if you find you don't want to use your body weight, that's okay, that's no problem. Then I want you just to put your right hand forward, left hand on your wrist, and gently guide it down. When you're doing this, relax the shoulders. You can try both, see which one you fancy. We're going to hold for about 30 seconds, nice and controlled, and then you're going to do the other way. So the wrist goes back, hand on the wrist, and it just gives it a good stretch. You might find that you prefer the bodyweight one just because you're getting more and more flexible. You can always start with the easy ones first. And of course, once you've done your stretches, do shake and then do the other side. So it's nice and gentle, palm down, other hand on the hand, and you're just guiding it down. Make sure this is relaxed as well, because I don't want anyone to bring it up. And this is a great one you can do at your desk as well. Now, after 30 seconds, you do the other side, and you might feel one side tighter than the other. That's absolutely fine. But it's just a nice way to stretch it all out. But make sure you do both sides. Brilliant. Finishing off, all I want you to do is play the piano using the arms, working everything well. Hope you feel better. Thank you for watching. This was G Physio, a bit for the wrist, a bit for your elbows. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like the video.